Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hey, it is April 1st. It's Easter, April 1st, 2018. I'm wishing all of you and all of yours a very, very, very happy Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, if you don't, I just wish you a very, very, very happy Sunday as I record this. Hope you and yours is just doing well. I figured I'd continue the knife of the day today. I I got brand new Spydercos in on Saturday yesterday. I posted a video just yesterday talking about a brand new Spyderco. It was the Blade HQ exclusive paramilitary 2 with natural G10 and a black blade with Crucible's M4 steel, CPM M4 steel. Go check that out. And today, the knife of the day is the second release from Spyderco of their little natives. And this time, the difference between this one and their first release is the first release had the little native with the compression lock. And we'll talk about a little bit more about that. This one has the back lock. I have to be honest with you, I was surprised when I got the little native and it had the compression lock. I was actually stunned. Because as all of us know, of course, this has the spider edge, the serrated edge with the back lock. And of course, it has the plain edge, full flat ground blade with that native shape. Let me put down the serrated edge before I'm going to be comparing these knives with other knives. Of course, everything I talk to you about this little native is just the same with the serrated edge. It's just the serrated edge that is the difference. So let's first talk about the stats here. This to me is more like a little native. That's why I was surprised when Spyderco came out with the first little native. They came out with the first little native. See, exact everything the same except it had a compression lock. And here's the other thing that it had. It had a wire clip, which is strange to me because the original has the regular hourglass clip on it. You see that? See this? My guess is now, if you're familiar with Spyderco's shipment of knives, you know there is no concernable pattern whatsoever. I think the one that everyone agrees with is finish is what goes out the door. It can be a sprint run, it could be a regular knife, it could be a knife that's going to be featured in the mid-year catalog that none of us know about. If it's done, they ship it. My guess is if all things were considered equal, they probably would have shipped this knife as the little native. Right? Back lock. It is a little native. You know? Instead, they went with the compression lock. Now, I'm talking about differences before I give you just the regular stats here. So it was interesting to me. I kept going, man, this is interesting. Let me put the other little natives down. So it was interesting to me. I was going a little crazy because when I got this, I went, wow. And they went with the regular clip. I love my wire clips. I love the deep carry wire clips. They're light and all of that. I was surprised that they went with that. So obviously they wanted this to be just like the native, but smaller. And then they said, hey, we're putting the compression lock on everything. It's a favorite, and it really is, the compression lock. So let's do one with a compression lock. I love this small size, and for it to be a compression lock, I really love that knife. Now, to me, I'm going to pick this up later. Hope I'm not confusing you guys. I always thought that the little native with the compression lock and the wire clip reminded me more like the Sage 5. S30V steel, check. Leaf shape, full flat ground, check. Ford 50/50 choil, check. Look at that body. Yes, the pins are a little bit different on the outside, but hey, listen. The pins compared to the native is different as well, right? So, but look at that. Compression lock, wire clip. This has a little itty bitty lanyard hole, but instead has the clip with a pin. Unlike this, that has a bigger hole. I think it's more like a Sage 5, little Sage 5, than a little native, but they say it's a little native, so I say it's a little native. Just wanted to give you guys some comparisons from all the other things that Spyderco has been releasing lately. So if you love the Sage 5, which is very, very familiar, feels almost like a Para 3 as well, it's different, of course, but if you always like the Sage 5 or the Para 3, but you want it a little smaller, you might want a little native with the compression lock. How about that? It's a great option. So let's talk about the native, little native with the back lock. It is definitely a little native. Strong back lock, strong everything. Just feels nice in the hand. Forward choil, 50/50 choil. 2.5 inches, the exact same dimensions as the one with the compression lock. 2.5 inches, S30V steel from Crucible. 6 inches total. All of that is exactly the same. Here's the interesting part. And I guess it's the compression lock and what it takes to do a compression lock. The weight is 2.1 ounces. 2.1 ounces. The compression lock version, 2.4 ounces. So you save 3/10 of an ounce. It's lighter. Even though you have the wire clip, what makes that lock and the spring that makes the back lock, the weight is a little bit different. So it's a lighter knife. Feels great in the hand. They did a great job. Big fat Michelin Man hands with that forward choil. You actually get, look, 4 fingers on it. Just really nice. No jimping. Very smooth. Black G10. Told you the big difference, the back lock instead of the compression lock, but you know, that's what we're used to with a native. And of course, the clip, 4-way clip, left, right, up, down, but this has that strong clip. Surprising that they put this big sturdy clip on such a small knife. But as you can see, they were really modeling this after the native. My guess, and boy, it's only a guess, I have never seen a pattern in the distribution of the Spydercos. Sometimes I love it because I get surprised with knives. Sometimes I'm very upset because I still am waiting for knives that were announced a year and a half ago in catalogs and highlighted. So it gets you a little frustrated. So my guess is this would have been a great first release, right? We always said, yeah, that's a little native. And then you'd get the compression lock and the wire clip as the different variation. But there you have it. The knife of the day. Well, the knife of the day is the little native. I like little knives anyway. And this whole thing about little knives that aren't fancy smancy gentleman folders, I like. I like those little knives that you can still do some work with. I mean, this is sub 3 inches, 2.5 inches. We're talking about real light knives. The back lock at 2.1 ounce. The compression lock, 2.4 ounces. I mean, these are small, compact, easy to carry knives that you can do some work with G10. I'll tell you, with Spyderco introducing these different sizes of the native, the little native and the shaman, big native, can't wait for the variations on handles and the variations on blade steel. It would be interesting to get these little natives with all of the blade steel kind of combinations and variations that we've been seeing with the Para 3 and the Paramilitary 2. That would be really interesting. It'll also be interesting to see which one they discontinue first, the back lock or the compression lock on these. But there you have it, folks. The knife of the day actually ended up being 2 knives of the day, a different variation from a brand new knife, the little native. We'll give you the native so you can get a feel for it. And yes, you can call me crazy, but when I pick it up, the compression lock little native with the wire clip feels a lot like the Sage 5 to me. Same steel, same shape, same everything, just a smaller size. I wish all of you a very happy Easter. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you very, very much. Your Easter gift to me is you give me a little of your time, and I know how important it is, especially around holidays. I almost didn't do a video, but I know how it feels on a holiday when you're sitting at home by yourself warming up something to eat. You guys, so I wanted to make sure there was something new for those folks as well. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.